Ahoy, Captains! It's Baz again with another video from World of Warships Legends. And today we have something new for you. We have an Epicenter match. And this is my very first Epicenter match. And we're playing the Tier 3 German destroyer, the G-101. And this is a match on the Big Race map. Now, Epicenter is basically an interesting take on domination mode. So I'm going to have some thoughts and perhaps some strategies for you. As for my strategy in my very first Epicenter match, I basically just tried to work my way towards the middle. Being that I'm in a tiny little destroyer and I have a very low concealment, I thought I might be able to sneak in there or at least defend it from the enemy team. We do also have carriers in this match, so it actually might make it a little bit tougher to sneak past the enemy without being detected. Now, my only real complaint about the Epicenter game mode is that when you're looking at the mini-map, there's all these circles. Not only is there the Epicenter circles, the 3 circles, but then there's your detectability circle and then your own personal range circle. So there's a whole crap load of circles, and it's really confusing, especially when they start overlapping each other. I don't know if there's something they can do to change the colors or something to make it a little bit less chaotic on the map, but maybe it just takes some getting used to. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyways, we did work our way into the outer circle of the Epicenter. A whole bunch of the enemy ships are in the outer circle, and they had started to cap it, so we're just kind of contesting it right now. We can see an enemy Wyoming behind the island over there, so we're going to head over to him and see if we might be able to get some damage going on him. You can see 2 enemy ships in the far eastern portion of the map, just going all the way on the outside of the map, not really being of any use to their team. It's very good for us though. Well, they're over there humping the edge of the map. We have a 2-ship advantage. Although who knows, maybe that's a winning strategy that I'm not aware of. Well, it got a little bit close to that Wyoming, so what we did was we popped our smoke and we just started firing our guns at them. Unfortunately, these guns are not gonna do a whole lot of damage. When it comes to the G-101, the torpedoes are gonna be your main threat. And so it's just a matter of time while we wait for them to reload. That Wyoming is charging at us. So we just stayed in our smoke just long enough for our torps to reload. And we waited till the last possible moment before we were within the guaranteed acquisition range. And then we hit the gas and launched our torps. And they were true. And that net us our first kill of the game. So now that he's been dispatched, find ourselves in the very center of the Epicenter. And so as you can see, not only by the mini-map, but by the circle in the very top of the screen, top center of the screen, so the circles are sort of filling up in a clockwise direction. And it's only one at a time, so if you're in the middle, it doesn't mean that you cap all of the circles, it just means that you cap the middle circle. I was kind of wondering about that myself. Thought maybe if you got the middle one that you got a bonus by capping all of them at the same time, but you do have to cap them one by one. So that's why I said it's kind of like a take on domination mode, with the exception that instead of the caps being all separated, that the caps are inside of each other. So unfortunately in this match we've kind of been surrounded a little bit. We were thinking of heading towards that Wyoming and getting some torps out at him. We did launch our torps at him, but we didn't notice that there was a Ganga coming from behind the island to our starboard side, so we gotta get turned and face him, trying to make ourselves skinny so he doesn't take us out in one salvo. Luckily for us, his guns are trained the other way, and he's focusing on something else. So we got our front-facing torpedo tubes away on him. Now behind that island is the enemy Izakaze, and so we got some shots out at him. We were able to incapacitate the engine of the Ganget, so he was a sitting duck, and once our torpedoes reloaded, we refocused on him, launched some torps away, Finished them off for our second kill of the game. Unfortunately, we are not out of the woods yet. It's just non-stop close-up action here. The Carlsberry is right in our grill. So the only option that we have is to charge at him now. Luckily, he didn't really notice us at first, so he's firing his guns at something else. Got our front-facing torpedo tube away on him, got our second one away on him. And then we're just gonna swing around. One of those torps hit, very nice. Dodge his torps. That was a close dodge. And then it's just a matter of waiting for our torpedoes to reload and getting away our last torpedo launcher on him. Luckily, he didn't eliminate us. Our torpedo hit, and that gets us our third kill of the game. And then, oh damn, the Wyoming is right in our face again. It's just never ending here. It's like a gauntlet. But luckily, one of our other teammates saves our bacon and eliminates him. That saves us from having to do yet another drive-by. And that about does it for this match, so we're just going to speed it up till the end of the match. While we're doing that, let's put up our commander on the screen. In this match, we were using Bay with Tanaka and Swirsky as inspirations. Go ahead and pause it if you want to take a look at the skill choices. But for the rest of the time, I'm just going to give you my final thoughts on Epicenter mode. It only really works at maybe at lower tier matches because it turns the match into a bit of a fustercluck with everyone vying for the same area of the map. I do applaud Wargaming for at least trying to implement some variety in the match types. Now, as for the strategies, you really only need one ship to contest a cap. So if you see a teammate in the cap already, I'd focus on getting into a more advantageous position to engage the enemy instead, especially as a cruiser or a battleship. Let your destroyers contest the caps, especially the interior ones. And here we are at the end screen. We've ended the match with over 79,000 in damage and 3 sinkings. 79,000 is pretty good for a tier 3 match. There were only 2 tier 4 ships in that game. Well, what are your guys' overall thoughts on Epicenter mode? Do you like it? Is it really that big of a difference from the other match types? Let me know in the comments down below. If you did like that video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. And as always, stay healthy and do what makes you happy.